All right, in this video, we are talking about artificial turf that smells like piss. If you are a real estate agent that sells new construction, I think this video is going to be extremely valuable for you. I think I went on, oh, no, I'm on the right channel. Okay, I thought I was on my personal account. If you're a real estate agent that sells new construction, I think it's going to be extremely valuable for you. And so I'm going to kick things off with a little bit of a story, so we drive home the importance of this. And so I was doing a lot of 11-month walks a few months ago, and these guys had moved into their new home. They had to redo their backyard. And what they decided to do was put in artificial turf, right? So their dogs can piss on something that looks like grass and they don't have to worry about the grass dying, right? Sounds like a good idea, but here's where things go awry. Artificial grass, as we know, is not real grass. It doesn't have the soil enzymes that can like break down piss, and instead it just holds on to piss. And even regular soil, I think we all know, still smells like piss. And so this artificial stuff, it is disgusting. And where the story comes to a head is that when it rains, and I did a couple of these houses when it rained, it smelled like piss so bad, I literally could not inspect the backyard. It was rancid. And this is after these people lived there only for less than a year. So imagine what goes on after this, right? It can go on for a long time and get much, much worse. And so basically the breakdown I just had right now is that I was in my small business networking thing and a guy came and he's like, hey, I do maintenance for artificial turf. And my mind was just blown. I was like, what kind of maintenance do you do? Because I didn't know this existed. I think we're all familiar with how grass gets maintained, but not artificial turf. I didn't even know that you could maintain it. And so I assume the majority of you guys probably don't know it either. Okay, so first thing, if you are deciding to put artificial turf in your backyard for your dogs to piss on, you need to get the pet grade artificial turf. And the difference between the pet grade and the other grade is that first, the pet grade is more expensive, and it's more expensive because its underlayment is a mesh that piss can actually go through, right? The piss needs to go through into the sand or whatever that's underneath it when they install the turf. Once it does that, your backyard is supposed to slope and the turf is supposed to be at some sort of angle. So the piss goes down and then it goes and runs off to the left or to the right, front, back or something, but it doesn't just sit there. The issue when people do not take this first step and they mistake it is that they get the one with no mesh and the piss just sits in between every single blade of grass, and it's a lot harder to keep it clean and it gets dirtier much faster. So after that, we've got the next item, which is the infill. So infill is just all the things that those little rubber specks that we're going to see in between all the blades of artificial grass. Infill can also come in pet-friendly formulas where it's built in with more enzymes that can break down the smell of piss. And so when you get the infill done, you want the infill, basically artificial grass sand or dirt, right? You want that to be the pet grade. You don't want just the regular rubber one. You want a special type for that. So that's on to step 2. Step 3, you want to be on some sort of maintenance plan with the company. The guy I just talked to right now typically runs around 125 to 300. I would say most people are probably going to be around the 125 range if you just have a patch of fake grass for your dog to take a piss on. And so you want to have that done regularly and regularly get that smell off, because where it leads to is that obviously the smell gets so bad that people won't even use their backyard. And so 125 basically gets your yard back and you can enjoy your backyard once again. Talked about the maintenance of it on a semi-regular basis. Oh, and then the annual maintenance. What the annual maintenance does is that you have to fill in all the layers of infill every once in a while. Because what will happen is that all the infill that's in your turf is going to get blown away by the sun or blown away by the wind. Dogs are going to kick it up or something. It's going to all be gone. What'll happen after that is that all the blades of your grass are just going to get matted down, and that's when you get that really crappy looking matty turf look where it's just like, I didn't want this. I wanted, fake grass that looked alive, and so you won't have that. After that, you want to do the regular chemical treatment every once in a while, and then a hardcore treatment every year. So these things generally go from monthly basis maintenance thing, and then to a yearly annual maintenance deal. So that's probably all the main items I learned from this guy. Absolutely mind blown about this, because I didn't know anything about this artificial turf and how you're supposed to maintain it. If you have anyone that is buying new construction and they have to redo their backyard within the first year, or else their HOA finds them, watch this video, send them the cliff notes, or you can just send them the video. If you guys have any questions here, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I can write back to this guy, answer all the questions in the comments below. Hope you got some value from this, and talk to you guys all soon.